Hare Krishna everyone, we're continuing to read the Teachings of Lord Kapila, the book by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Chapter 8, Bhakti Yoga, the Supreme Yoga System. It is the body that is destined to die. Whether the body be that of Lord Brahma or of a small ant, one should not think that one is liberated because one can live millions and millions of years. The life of Lord Brahma covers millions of earth years, yet he is also subjected to birth and death. This is the way of conditional life. We should take advantage of the perfect knowledge given by Vedic literatures, by the great rishis and Bhagavan Kapila Deva, as well as by Bhagavan Shri Krishna, in order to attain liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Receiving Krishna consciousness means receiving light. People are exhausted with the materialistic way of life, especially in the West. Now, the Krishna consciousness movement is giving new life to Western society. By nature, we, living entities, are liberated. There is actually no question of birth, death, old age, and disease. Since we are part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Lord, how can there be a question of these things? Krishna is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, and being part and parcel of Krishna, we are also of the same nature. We are equal in quality, although not in quantity. Why then should we suffer the pangs of death? Therefore, in the previous verse, Kapila Deva instructed, Yoga Adhyatmika Pumsam Mato Nishreya Saya. The soul is entrapped in the body, and the process of perfect yoga is the process of saving the soul from bodily confinement and the four miseries that plague the body. How can this perfect yoga be attained? That is explained by Lord Kapila in the next verse. Ratam va pumsi muktaye. If our consciousness is simply attached to Krishna, we will be liberated. The great souls are always chanting about Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They are also endeavoring with great determination in their devotional service. For instance, in the Krishna consciousness temples, the devotees rise early in the morning at 4 a.m. and they immediately bathe. Then they go to Mangalarati at 4:30, and after Mangalarati, they study the Vedic literatures. These are the processes by which we can awaken our dormant love for Krishna. Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, just as a son is part and parcel of his father. There is a natural love between us. However, somehow or other, the son leaves home and forgets his father. The father, of course, never forgets his son. He thinks, oh, my son has left, and he would, if he would only come back. Krishna thinks in this way. We are all sons of Krishna, and Krishna is more anxious to get us back home, back to Godhead, than we are to go. Therefore, Krishna comes and says, "You rascal, give up all this nonsensical material entanglement, material engagement. You have manufactured so many religions and dharmas. Just give them all up and simply surrender unto me." Krishna comes himself and leaves behind his words. His words are also himself, because his words are absolute. Presently we do not see Krishna, but if we actually advance, we will see him. When we see the deity in the temple, we think, "Oh, this is an idol, it is not Krishna." If we think in this way, we have not seen Krishna. Krishna is also present in his words, in Bhagavad Gita. That is Krishna Vani, the message of Krishna. The stage of awareness of Krishna can be attained when one is advanced in Krishna consciousness. Then one can understand that Krishna is present in the deity, in Bhagavad Gita, in the taste of water, in the sunshine, in the moonshine, and in all sound. Krishna is present everywhere, but one has to acquire knowledge in order to know how to see Krishna. That is mukti, liberation. That is Krishna consciousness. That is also the process of bhakti yoga. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Deity worship is Archanam, chanting is Vandanam, and Dasyam is working for Krishna and spreading this Krishna consciousness movement. Generally, we experience that people are primarily interested in seeing Krishna. But why is the emphasis on seeing? Let us hear about him. We must come with a little faith. And as we hear, that faith will increase. One should come to the temple, listen to talks about Krishna, and then, after some time, officially take initiation into the service of the Lord. That is bhajana kriya. That is called bhajana kriya. At that time, one has to abandon illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, and gambling. If one is still attached to all these habits, he should know that he's not making progress. When one is actually advanced in bhajana kriya, all these anarthas, unwanted things, will be finished. Param drishtva nivartate. When one appreciates something better, he rejects all kinds of nonsense. Once one gets a taste of Krishna consciousness, he cannot remain without it. A drunkard cannot remain without a drink. But a devotee is drunk with Krishna consciousness. The immunization against all material diseases is this Krishna consciousness. To be immune to the infection of the gunas, we have to engage in bhakti yoga. Once we attain the perfectional stage, we attain ecstatic love of Godhead. In that state, we cannot remain without Krishna for a moment. That is called bhava, and that bhava may increase to mahabhava. This is not possible for ordinary human beings, but it was possible for the gopis and Radharani. Indeed, they could not live without Krishna. This is the highest stage of liberation. Jai. We have completed chapter 8. Tomorrow we shall begin chapter number 9, entitled Purifying the Mind for Self-Realization. Thank you so much for tuning in today. The link to this book is in the description. Please check out our website, shravanamdiaries.com, and we shall see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna.